Have you been thinking about selling your house after you saw so many social media posts by local realtors saying how hot the market is or how many multiple offers they received? Or after you saw your neighbors' houses got sold for historically high prices? Well, we're still in seller's market due to lack of inventory. However, selling in today's market might not be a good idea for everyone. In today's episode, I would like to go over the situations where selling do make sense and those situations that might not be a good option for homeowners. Hi, this is Nicole Muk, a local realtor with Princeton Realty, helping clients selling and buying real estate in Princeton and its surrounding towns. In today's episode, I would like to go over two sets of scenarios where selling makes sense versus selling might not be a good idea for you. First, let's go over the scenario where selling do make sense. For instance, there might be a death in the family, and the family who inherited the property might not be in a position to care for an additional property. So in this case, they will need to sell the house. Or climbing up the stairs have becoming more challenging day by day. So changing from a two-story living to a one-story living become desirable. Or a four-family member living in a small condo. Everywhere you turn, you step on the kids' toys and another baby is on the way. So the young family will need to sell the current condo in order to change to a larger living space. Or if you got transferred to a different state for a new job assignment and you're not in a position to carry on two mortgages or care for the current property while you're living in another state, you will need to sell that. Or all of a sudden you lost your job and you are no longer in a financial position to make the mortgage payment on time and you will need to sell the house. Or there's a divorce in the family and the couple need to sell the house so they can start their new lives at different places. Or finally, maybe you have been a landlord for many years and now feel like you're tired of caring for the property or dealing with tenants and you would like to sell the house. So these are the situations where we realtors run into all the time when we help homeowners in selling their properties. And if your life situation fall into one of these situations, and obviously selling does make sense, and you just need to make sure that your house is properly prepared, and equally important is that you have the right representation for you to get the job done. And the second set of situation is that some people, after they saw the neighbor's house got sold for top dollars and they look at their own situation, they said, if we get our house sold today, we can get this much of money and let's do that. And if that's the only reason that make you think about selling, then I would caution you to think twice about it, because timing the market is never a good idea. And even though you see now the similar houses get sold for top dollars, it doesn't mean that the value of the house has already reached the peak of it. Maybe after you sell your house and then the value of your house goes even higher, right? So you'll lose the opportunity to enjoy the further price appreciation. And also there are people might feel like, oh my God, the housing market the value of our houses have gone up so much. Maybe this is like another 2008 and the value of the house is going to go down by 20 or 30% within a short period of time. So out of panic that you choose to sell your house, and this is not a good idea either. And my personal experience could be a good example. There were times that I were in a similar situation and with a similar thoughts about worrying the market is going to go down. So I sold the property. And looking in hindsight, had I not sold the property and hold on to it up until now, and then I could have gained a lot more equity than I currently have. So I hope if you were in a similar situation, do think carefully. And when I say think carefully, you can have a scheduled complimentary consultation session with a local realtor who understands the market, right? In addition to that, you should also have a conversation with your accountant because, for example, if you bought your house long time ago and likely that you paid for a much lower price for your house at that time, and if you sell in today's market and what the capital gain tax is going to be, you need to know, right? And you need to know what is the consequences and what is the net amount you can walk away with as a result of selling the property today, and look at the number to see if that makes economic sense for you, because selling a house involves a lot of work and a lot of inconvenience and stress. Is it going to worth to going through everything in order to get that amount? And only you will know the answer. Other people cannot tell you what to do. Of course, you will also need to consult with your financial planner if you ever take such an important step, and you will be in a better place as a result of doing that. If you say, oh, Nicole, we appreciate your warning and we still think that selling our house now make a total sense, right? That's great. I'm not here to tell you not to do or to do, right? I'm just trying to help you look at the situation from a more objective perspective. And if you, after evaluate your own life situation and the financial situation, you think that selling the house today makes sense to you, if after you evaluate your financial and life situations and you think selling in today's market makes sense, by all means, if that's the case, then I would like to remind you one more time is that now more than ever, it is important to make your house presentable. And there are ways to how to prepare your house with the minimum amount of expense so that you can lead to the best result, right? So after you evaluate your life situation and financial situation, has a consultation with your realtor, accountant, and financial planner, then you come to the conclusion that selling make total sense, and that's great. I'm not here to tell you what to do or not to do because I'm not you, and also I'm not in your life situation, so I'm not in a position to tell you what to do. The reason I'm sharing this information is in the hope that when that time comes that you need to decide whether selling makes sense or not, at least that you can have a more objective perspective. If selling is the only way to go, then I would like to remind you one more time. Now, more than ever, it is extremely important to prepare your house to make it presentable, because once your house hit the market, you don't have a second chance to form the first impression. And equally important is to have the right representation, because good realtors, experienced realtors, can help you get the best result possible. And if you need to have a complimentary consultation session, please feel free to reach out. And also, so if you are in a situation that after you sell this house, you need to get the next house, then I would caution you to do your market research first, or have a consultation session with an experienced realtor to find out what kind of market condition is and how difficult or how challenging it is to find your next house before you sell your current house, because you don't want to say, okay, I sell the house and then I become homeless. That's the situation you do not want to get into. If you find the information helpful, please do subscribe, and I would very much appreciate that. Until next time, have a beautiful day.